Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of live trading. On our last video, which was the NFP, I think we made almost about $8,000 on live camera, and today we're just going to be continuing with the same account. All right, because normally the way I used to trade news, after every news events I used to withdraw my profit, but now I want us to see how we can grow this account. So last week it was on $10,000, and by the end of NFP, non-farm payroll, I think the account was on $17,000. It was on 17,000. So let me see if I can show you my screen. Okay, you can see on my screen, that is the same account on my screen. The balance is $17,068. That is the same balance. That is the same balance we had last week. You can see that is the same balance we had last week. So I want to see how we can continue growing it from this particular account. All right, let's see how we can. Let's see if we can take this account maybe up to 50,000 or something. So on today's video, yeah, we're going to be trading the US dollar core CPI, or the US dollar consumer price index month of month. You can see on my screen, I have just about 8 minutes left for the news release. So the currency of choice I'm going to be using to trade this particular news, and the most important thing, you already know, this is on a live account. As you already know, you can see on my MT5, that is a live account. All right, so I'm not showing you on a demo account or something. This is live money. I'm risking my own live money to show you guys these examples. All right, so you can see that is a live account. Let's see how far we can go. So we just have about 7 minutes left, and the currency pair we're going to be using is Great Britain Pound USD. All right, we're going to be using Great Britain Pound USD, and my choice of currency is because at least with Great Britain Pound USD, the news is going to be affecting the United States dollar. So the United States dollar is the secondary currency, and the Great Britain Pound is the base currency. The Great Britain Pound at this particular point in time has no news event, so that is a safe currency pair to use. The only news event will be affecting the United States dollar. All right, so the Great Britain Pound has no news event at the same time, so that gives us the opportunity to be able to use the United States, to be able to use Great Britain Pound USD. I wouldn't use gold, yeah, because last week on NFP I did use gold, but on today today on this particular pair I wouldn't use gold, because I've noticed with the CPI, most of the times when the news is released, you see something like this. You can see the chart very violent the first 2 minutes or the first 3 minutes, and that can trigger both your buy and your sell position, causing you to lose all your positions. All right. Excuse me. So with that being said, let's see. You guys already know the strategy. So the strategy we're going to be using is the straddle strategy, of news trading. I've already explained to you guys the meaning of the straddle strategy. If you don't know the strategy, I'm just going to be going straight to the video. But if you don't know the straddle strategy very well, then just check the video on the The link is on the video description, or also check this video. I'm going to leave the link up here. Watch this video first to understand the strategy we are using. All right, because I'm just diving straight into the video. So watch this video first to understand the strategy we are using, then you'll be able to understand what is going on. So as you guys already know, if we come here, the 3 websites we need investing.com to be able to see our news. We need hot Forex position calculator to be able to calculate our lot size, to be able to calculate the lot size we're going to use, and we also need this website to be able to see the time. So you can see on this website, the news is to be released at 2:30, and here is 2:24. All right, here is 2:24. So we have just merely about 6 minutes to go. All right, so let me check to see if this thing is recording. Yes, it's recording. So since we have about 6 minutes to go, this is when we start setting up our chart. So we go here, we calculate, we put the leverage here is 1:500. The currency pair we're going to be trading is Forex, and it's Great Britain Pound USD. So I just have to go down until I see Great Britain Pound USD. So yes, this is Great Britain Pound USD. I want to calculate the lot size. So we are calculating the volume or the lot size. So the margin is 17,000. Let's put 17,000, and we calculate. Click on calculate. So let me click on calculate. Good. So you can see the lot size we can use here with the leverage of 1:500, Great Britain pound, with the lot size of with an account size of 17,000. The lot size we can use here is 62, but I'm going to use 60. All right, just so if the volume is too high, my position is still going to be triggered. Remember, this is a high risk strategy, and you need to be able to know what you are doing. All right, so that is why you see we are over leveraging the account. This is a high risk strategy, and you need to be able to follow the rules and know what you are doing. All right, since I already know the lot size I'm going to be using, I dive back to my MT5. You can see that is a live account. That is the IC Market Live. So I go here, I put my lot size 60. Then good. On the 5-minute time frame, I put my, let me start with the buy stop. I put my buy stop 10 pips away from the current market price. So that is my buy stop. Okay, I come down, I put my sell stop 10 pips away from the current market price. That is my sell stop. Then I put my take profit. The take profit on this one based on the past market. You can see this is the past. Sometimes you use history in Forex to be able to predict what is going to happen. So on the past CPI news, I think the pip range we had in the first 5 minutes was about 25 pips. All right, so I'm just going to be targeting 20 pips on this strategy. I'm just going to be targeting 20 pips. You can target 20 pips or 25 pips. So I'm not too greedy. I'm just going to go, or let me go for 25 pips. All right, so my take profit, let me modify this position and put my take profit, modify. Take profit is just going to be 25 pips. My take profit for both sell stop and buy stop. Make sure you put it on both sell stop and buy stop. So take profit here. It's just going to be 25, so I just go up and I'm reading by the left. So 25 pips is at 36.48. 36.48. So 36.48. 48. So that is 25 pips. Good. And I put the same thing down here. You can see the same thing down here. 25 pips is going to be 35.75. 35.75. So I put a modify and I put take profit at 35.75. 75. Good. You can see the time is going. So we already have our buy stop and sell stop in place. You put the stop loss the same place. You do the same thing. You go on modify and you put stop loss. You do the same thing. You calculate. You put your stop loss. You can put stop loss 10 pips from the current market price. So stop loss on both position is 10 pips. All right, so I put my stop losses. When I have my stop loss in place, I can then go back to the website to see the time. Let's see what time we have left. Good, we have just 1 minute 35 seconds left. We have just 1 minute 35 seconds left. So we go back to the chart to make sure we keep shifting up the buy stop and the sell stop to make sure our position is not triggered before the news is released. All right, so I can come back here. I can shift this one up a little bit to this position, and then I can still shift this one down to this position. So yeah, good. So good. I can put this one somewhere here. Let's wait to see. Good. Okay, I'm still on the equal distance. This one, I need to take this one down a little bit. It's looking as if it might trigger anytime soon. So you just have to keep shifting the position, but make sure the distance between your buy stop and your sell stop is 10 pips. All right, it's between 8 to 10 pips. So you just keep shifting this to make sure the position is not triggered. So now I think we now have everything set. So let's go back to the website and see. Good. So we have 30 seconds left. We have 30 seconds. We have 20. We have 20 seconds left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, boom. The news is released. Let's go back to the chart and see what happened. All right, let's go back to the chart and see what happened. The chart hasn't taken any direction yet. It hasn't taken any direction yet. Let's go back to the website and see if the news is positive or negative. Good. You can see the news is neutral. So the news is neutral. The forecast was 0.2 and the actual value is 0.2. So we have to close both positions immediately because the news is neutral. So the chart is neither going to go up or down. So you have to close your positions immediately. All right, you have to close your positions immediately. Very, very quick. You close your positions immediately, your money is safe. All right, so this is a big lesson for you guys to learn. You can see that is my account balance. I've already closed my buy stop and my sell stop, and my money is safe. My account balance is still on $17,068. Why? The reasons why I've closed both positions is because if you come here, you will see the forecast value was 0.2% and the actual value is 0.2%. So for the chart to either move, for the chart to either go up or down, the actual value was either going to be smaller or greater, than the forecast value. All right. For example, you can see what happened last week. The forecast value was 3% and the actual value was 2.9%. That is why so it's what happened last week. Let's go here to see what happened last week. This is the chart that happened last week. For last week, you can see the actual value was 0.3% and the forecast value was 0.3% and the actual value was 0.1%. That is why the United States dollar was weakened, and you could see this movement. You can see on this chart, you could see how the chart, since the United States was weakened and it was the secondary currency, you can see how the chart went up on Great Britain pound USD. So that is a big lesson to learn. The chart will only move if the actual value is greater or less than the forecast value. If the actual value is less than the forecast value, then it's going to be on red, showing you that the Great Britain pound, or showing you that United States dollar is weakened, or showing you that the United States dollar will drop, or the United States dollar will fall. If the actual value is greater than the forecast value, then the value is going to be on if the actual value is less than the forecast value, the value will be on red, as you can see on this currency pairs. And if the actual value is greater than the forecast value, then the value will be on green. Green shows you that that is positive for that currency pair. It means that particular currency pair will be appreciating in that particular period. Or if you go on your MT5 at that particular time, if it was on green, and if it was on green and you have the currency pair as the base currency, then the chart will actually be going up. If the actual value is on red and you have it as the currency which is affecting that news as the base currency, the chart will be going down. So that is a big lesson. That is a big lesson I want you guys to be able to take from this particular video. You trade most of the news events that I gave you guys to trade. There are some of them that will come out and they'll be neutral. So the forecast value will be the same as the actual value. In a situation where the forecast value is the same as the actual value, then it means the currency pair is neither going to be appreciating or depreciating. It means the currency pair is neither going to be going up or going down. So in that position, anytime you just see the actual value the same as the forecast value, go back to MT4 and close your positions immediately. You can see here my positions are already closed. So you see, the best case scenario, your money is still there. Your account, the highest thing in investing and in trading is for you to be able to protect your account balance. So our account balance is still there. All right. So it's either we make a profit or at least we preserve our account balance. Our account balance is still there. You can see that is still my account balance, $17,068. So I'm still going to be able to use this to trade the next news event that is coming up. And for this week, if I click on this week, the next news event which used to be very volatile, which I'm going to trade, I think is going to be the Australian dollar employment change. And it's coming up on Thursday. That is at 2:30 a.m. my time. On your time, they'll be able to show it based on your time zone. All right. So that is the next news event which we're going to trade this week. Beside that, any other news event, we're not going to concentrate on any of these news events. So let's look forward for tomorrow or today in the night, because it's actually at 2:30 a.m. That is the next news event that will be coming up, and we're still going to use this same account balance to trade that news event to see if we can keep compounding, if we can keep growing that account balance, to see if maybe we can hit $50,000 on this same account balance. And just to make you guys understand, you already know the story. This is on a live account, as you already know. That is on a live. Oh, let me make sure it is recording. You can see that is a live account. You can see if I have to zoom in, that is a live account. The same account balance, the same money that you're seeing there, the same account we used last week. So that is that about this particular video. I hope you guys have been able to pick a couple of points on today's video. This is very, 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 very important. There's a lot of lessons for you to learn on today's video. All right. So with that being said, that has driven up to the end of this particular video. If you want the best broker, because you might know how to trade, but if you don't have the best broker, you won't be able to make money in Forex. So if you want the best broker to use, check the link on the description below. I've been able to come up with the best brokers that I've been using for more than 7 years now. So you can use the same brokers to trade. And if you want to join a community of Forex traders that share ideas on a daily basis, because even as we're talking, you can see on my screen the same news event that we're trading now. I did share the same sorry about that. I did share the same news event on my Telegram channel. You can see that is the same news event on my Telegram channel, and people are there sharing ideas. At least there are people who have already picked it up. They already picked it up on the Telegram channel. You can see people sharing ideas, saying the news was neutral. People who are following my steps. So if you want to be part of this community that is already thousands of members, then check the link on the video description so that you can also join the Telegram group. And that is the only Telegram group I have. Any other group or any other channel, or that is the only Telegram channel I have. Any other group or channel is a scam. So guys, stay safe, stay happy, stay profitable, and I will see you guys on another live video. Peace.